We met Bob a couple minutes ago. He owns the blue truck that I'm following, the blue square body 396, and he owns that convertible Generation 3 91 Camaro Z28. And he's like, hey, do you want to come down and see all my other cars? He goes, he has a building full. So that is what we're going to do. We are heading right now to see Bob's other cars. This will be fun, I hope. I don't know. We're at your shop. What you got?
Got the original gas lights that came with it. It's all original.
And this has the wooden spoke wheels.
Yeah, this does have the wooden spoke wheel. You know, years ago they raked the leaves out on the road, and they go by and then put the flamethrower on it, and they light the leaves up on the road.
So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. All right, so we followed Bob back. As I said, you guys know I don't tell people exactly where it is because I don't want anybody showing up at his house. So we're somewhere in South Florida at Bob's house or shop, and you can see, so we're at your shop. What you got?
1917 Ford pickup.
Wow.
Ford's first pickup they ever made was 1917.
So this is metal. This ain't a fake.
No, this ain't no fiberglass. It's all got the original gas lights that came with it.
Wow. So they're not even electric. They're gas. So they open up and.
Yep. You put the oil in there, and it also has the electric lights on it. It's been converted to 12 volts, so you don't have to crank it.
Okay. Okay.
All original, all metal. Got a nice paint job on it. I mean,
it's black, which they all came black.
The original horn that came with it.
Wow, and it's even
the Ooga horn.
It's the Ooga horn with the hand push. It's not like the old Dodge ones that came that were under the hood that were hooked up.
No, this is the first one of the first horns they had out.
And how long? Tell me a little bit. How long have you had this?
I've had this thing for about 5 years.
Where'd you find it?
A buddy of mine had it in his shop and in the showroom. He was in the collision business, and he sold his business, and I've been after him for years to buy this, and I finally bought it, and he brought it down about 4 or 5 years ago.
Can we see under the hood?
Yeah. Yep.
And so the conversion was just basically for starting purposes to make it easier to start.
That's it.
So that, yeah, so you can see a little bit of electrical wiring been put onto it, but for the most part, it's all original. So
got a wolf whistle on it. There's a wolf whistle back there.
Right there?
Yeah, it works off the compression.
Nice.
You work it off.
Nice.
It's a beautiful vehicle.
And this, because originally they were built on the same frame as the cars, right?
Yes.
And then they would just put a different body on the back.
A box on the back for the.
And were they originally the boxes wood like this?
Yes.
Okay, so that's not. Whoa! Sorry.
God, it's a good thing you did.
Yep.
That's all you need.
Yeah, that's okay. Trip on that. Sorry about that.
I did that same thing. I do that son of a bitch that's up there.
But so these, when they came off the assembly line, what they would do is they had these wooden boxes, which they would make and put on these, so to make them into trucks, I guess, for farmers or stuff back then. That was pretty much probably businesses and farmers.
And this originally had wooden spoke wheels, but that's been converted to
the metal spoke. Yeah.
That's about it. All the rest of it's original. The top will fold down and make it convertible.
And that's got the wood steering wheel, which is nice.
That's all original inside.
So, and at the time, this was like the first car that was affordable for every person. Right. So it really was like the first F-150. If you think about it that way, it was the first work. Yeah. This is what started the pickup truck craze.
And this is the gas tank. Its gravity flow tank is underneath the seat.
Okay.
And if it's low on gas, it won't go up a hill because you're going up a hill and.
Oh, and the gravity.
My dad had one years ago, and I'll never forget as a kid, he said you had to back up the hill if you were low on gas. That's really quite the story.
Now-
I always remember that. And I do have a picture of my dad in a Model T
Just
car,
like
though,
this?
not a pickup.
And they didn't have outside handles or anything?
No, this is only, the back in them, they only had one door.
Okay.
There's no door on the
So
other
there's
side.
no, oh yeah, because it's got the Auga horns there. So you have, so everybody gets in the passenger side and goes over.
And you can tell people weren't real big back in them days.
Yeah, my 275-pound butt would pretty much fill that one seat. So,
Yeah.
but and then it's got the two-piece windshield,
Yep.
which is kind of cool too. So
That is.
I guess when you have the roof down, you could fold that down.
Yeah.
So and just
really
drive.
get breezy in there.
So and of course there's no side windows or anything for this thing. So if it rained, you were wet. It just kind of kept this
And
off
in
of the
winter,
dashboard.
You were cold.
There you go. So the heater was a sweater or a jacket.
That's it.
All right, that's a really cool thing.
I've got 3 other ones out here.
All right, we're gonna come back here. We're gonna pet your dog for a minute because he looks like he wanted to be petted for a second.
I got a 1930 pickup truck.
Another pickup truck,
It's all original.
and this has the wooden spoke wheels.
Yeah, this does have the wooden spoke wheel. This is a rare. This is rare. This is during the beginning of the Depression.
Right.
There's not that many. If they check, there's not that many 1930 Chevrolet pickups.
So you're not. It doesn't matter to you if it's Ford or Chevy. Evidently, you're not a.
Well, I'm just an old car.
You're just an old car guy. You just like cars regardless of what they are, as long as they're cool. And this is really cool. I like the color red. So
Yeah.
did Chevy, unlike Ford,
I
you
don't
know?
think
Obviously, but I'm just
but
wondering.
it's all metal.
So it's a metal car. And this one has, just like we were in that 3-window the other day that you guys have seen on my channel, and this was the way the air was for that one. They just open up the windows
That
back.
really makes it nice and cool in there.
Yeah, so you have the 355. You have these open and 55
Yep.
miles an hour. And then what's the engine that this one has, Bob?
This is the original engine. It's a 6-cylinder Chevrolet engine. That's all original.
Wow, and that's all original.
Yep.
So, and this one is, how's this one run? A little bit.
Excellent.
Gosh, look how tight the fan is to the radiator.
Yeah, it's just got a new radiator, put in a rebuilt radiator. That's all been redone.
But now that's seems like a much bigger engine than in the Ford.
It is.
So, what do you have any idea, like at the horsepower or anything on that, or not really?
I don't even want to start lying.
Okay.
I don't.
It's not a car show. You can't lie on camera, right?
No.
Wait till you get to the racetrack, then you can lie all you want.
It's got the wooden steering wheel.
Okay, and then does this open?
yep.
Oh, so we open up. So this one has, Chevy was nice enough to put doors on both sides.
Yeah. Well, this is 1930 now. This is getting modern.
And this has the interior, is this wood?
Yep, that was all wood, and that's the way they were. That's it. I mean, they might have had a cover over it.
Right,
but
right.
This is all original.
So that's just how they were made, guys. And same with this roof. It's like a rubberized roof on it, but it's got
Wooden
the wood
slats,
slats on the inside.
Yeah.
And now there's a dashboard.
Yeah.
You basically, does it even have a speedometer?
Yeah.
Which one's the speedometer?
Right here, there's a little large.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Little teeny thing.
So but I mean, this ain't your new car. There's no video screens and anything for this. It was just bare bones
camera.
what you needed.
That's
so,
it.
and the steering wheel, and this is a 4-speed or a 3-speed?
That's 3-speed.
3-speed. So, and it's metal. Everything on here is either metal or wood, the way it came, the way God intended.
Yep.
So, and that's a really cool. And like I said, it's got the original wood wheels, wood spoke wheels on it. Look how small those are. So, I mean, those things are almost like motorcycle tires.
Yeah, I got the 1930 license plate on it from Illinois.
Oh, okay.
That's where it came from.
Now, are those lights, are they original, or is those something you have just?
Those are original.
Okay, so even it had the lights original,
Yeah.
and it had a leaf. It had the leaf spring on there. Was that
Yeah.
3/4 leaf?
Yep.
So yeah, this is another work truck. back in the day. Some of our grandfathers owned them, and some of our dads owned them. And this, the nice thing is, some of these luckily were saved from being street rods in the 50s to being, you know, just what they look like coming out of the factory for the most part.
Back in them days, everybody wanted a Ford, so that's why there wasn't that many Chevrolet.
So Chevy was just kind of like the back.
Chevrolet pickup was just.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen a Chevrolet pickup. 1930.
No,
I mean,
not that old.
Yeah.
I got on different programs on the
interweb, and
I get very few of these.
Wow.
It's really rare.
Wow, that's a really cool. So for a lot of you guys that are into like the rare old cars, yeah, there you go. I've never seen, I don't think I've ever really seen one. I can't think of one. See a lot of the Fords, but I just don't ever see the Chevys. So for the bow tie guys, that's cool.
Here it is. This is another kind of a rare car. This is a 1955 Oldsmobile. It's all original.
I love the world, like the globe. You don't notice it first, but then you can see it's like
it's on the front too.
And Cooper, Clinton, South Carolina, Cooper. Yep.
And believe it or not, years ago, they had.
Is this the Flames?
Yeah, this is hooked up for the Flames.
Oh, nice.
And a buddy of mine said he had one. He had one on his car up north. And when they were kids, you know, years ago, they raked the leaves out on the road. And they go by and then put the flamethrower on it, and they light the leaves up on the road.
So yeah, this was a big thing in the 50s and 60s way back.
Yeah, it's
and does it work?
It's hooked up to work.
So has it got propane? A propane tank?
Yeah, you got to put a little bit of propane with it.
Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't work off the exhaust
the spark plugs.
Yep. Got spark plugs, and it all works.
Nice. And the cool thing is, this is a hot rod, but it literally doesn't look like a hot rod because, I mean, you have those, which are cool.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, this thing, it's a gorgeous car.
It is.
Are those the original covers on there too?
Those are there.
So it's got beautiful lines.
Yeah.
And you can't beat the red. And everybody associates these things with police cars now, but these lights were like a big deal back in the 50s for anybody that could have them.
That's just false on there.
Oh, okay. Because I used to put them in cars, and like people love them.
Yeah, spotlights. Yeah.
So the spotlights, and this is called a Holiday. Is that what it is? So there you go. And let's. I'm gonna go under your rope here real quick and see. Wow, this is the first time I've been able to look at some of these cars outdoors without worrying about rattlesnakes in a long time. It's a beautiful two-door car. Just gonna open it easy.
I got a new radio coming for it.
And it's got the electric windows, which was a big thing back then.
Got a new switch for it.
Is that gauge there? Is that the flame thing down at the? Yeah. So that was added on for the flames. And then what is the shift next to it? Is that with the light? Is that a brake?
That's emergency brake.
Okay, so when the light pops, supposedly comes on.
That works.
But and then of course it's got the is that the rain sensor? What is?
No, that's an automatic dimmer.
Or the automatic dimmer, yeah. Because I just saw one on another 1950s wagon. But if you look at the Art Deco dashboard in these, they are just gorgeous. I mean, there's more chrome on that dashboard than there is in any modern car right now.
Sure.
And it's got plastic, it's got the globe here. Yeah, and that's metal. That's not plastic with like silver crap on it. It's actually metal.
The seats have been all redone.
But look at the size back here, guys. Look at this.
You could live in this.
Look at this one compared to the inside of that Ford pickup truck.
Yeah, right.
This was 3 people in 1950. That was 3 people in 1910. You could fit like the whole family of 7 from 1910 in the front seat of this thing. Yeah. And these doors are solid. Look at the windows. Like, look, the windows have like a chrome trim on the glass. Yeah. I mean, you got people, when you guys look at your Nissan today, these things were made to last. And people go, how come I don't feature Nissans and Hondas and stuff on the channel? Honestly, I don't know. I guess because they're plastic, they'll last forever. But they're not going to run forever, and they don't have, to me, and this is me, and since it's my channel, I only feature the cool stuff. This, you're not going to see something like this hood ornament on modern cars.
You got the world on the front of that one, too.
You got the world right here, North America, South America right there. And look at this. Look at Art Deco here. This is like something off the Chrysler building. Oldsmobile. Yeah. This is metal, guys. This is part of the grill. Like they wrote this out in the grill. So when you first look at it, it just looks like the dividers on the grill, but then you realize it's these 1950s font that looks.
And the chrome is like brand new on this thing.
Oh yeah, this is, and it's a one piece. Is that now? Are these called the California bumpers, the same as the 57 is? Because the one piece ones were California bumpers, and the three piece were not.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. If you guys know, if this is like the 57 Chevys where they had a California bumper like this, and then they had the three piece were not Californias, let me know. Some of you guys, I'm sure, have one of these somewhere. There's 500,000 of you out there, so somebody's going to know. But this is a cool car. Now, what's under the hood?
It's got the original motor.
And is this a 3-speed on the stick, or is it a stick, or it's an automatic?
It's automatic.
Okay.
That's so the original motor.
We're just going to hold this up. There's a heavy hood.
Yeah, it is.
Now look at that air cleaner, number one. It's almost like a Ram air cleaner for this.
That's a kind of a rare cleaner. I forget the name they call that darn thing. So.
And then there's your hydraulic steering reservoir, and then Oldsmobile rocket valve covers. And we've seen these on a couple other Oldsmobiles of this era. Are those original or are those an aftermarket? Because I've seen them on a couple cars really rusted and stuff.
I think they're original. This I think is all original.
Guys, if you know whether these Oldsmobile rocket where the lettering is actually molded into the valve covers, we've seen that on a couple cars. If you know if this is something that came with it, put it in the comments section.
This is it's only got 71,000 miles on it.
Since the original on the whole car.
On the whole car.
Wow, 71,000. I got more than that on my truck that I bought last year. Yeah. So that is phenomenal. Now, as far as the air cleaner, like where do you get like the filter stuff, or do you have to?
That's oil bath. You just change the oil in it. I just changed oil in it.
So it's an oil bath air cleaner.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. That comes apart. You clean the oil out, and then you put new oil in it. It goes through the oil. It cleans all the crap out of it.
Wow. That is cool.
Years ago, that's all we had was air bath.
That is cool. So there you go. You know, back then, your service for your car was changing the oil of the air cleaner. Now, they say you get a car and in the thing it says, don't eat the battery acid. That's the whole difference between maintenance back then and maintenance now. Yeah. But look at this thing. I mean, this paint is mint. It is. And it's a beautiful color.
Red, yeah.
I mean, it's a really, and there, if you look down, the wheels are painted, and even the hubs, everything about this car is just mint. It's just a beautiful car. Now, are those the white wheel tires, or are those the rims that have the permanent white wheel?
No, those are white wheel tires.
Okay, because yesterday we were at or last weekend I was at another place, and they had a rim that had like a weird rubber white thing.
I remember them when I was young.
Because you couldn't afford.
And then it's black. You put them on a black wheel, and it just fits.
Yeah, and it looks like it. And for the people that couldn't afford the white wheels.
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah, so these are real, true white.
And I do have fender skirts for this car, but I like them better off. It shows the wheels up better.
Actually, I like it the way it is because even
I don't like the fender skirts. I just.
But they're there, so. Yeah. Now you were talking about are any of these for sale that you're thinking of?
These both are.
So both of these. So if you guys are bow tie guys and you want the 1930 and probably the only 1930 pickup truck that looks like this, that would be in your area, or I'll tell you what, that car, if I had the money, I would totally be interested in that.
I just spent over $4,000 on rewiring that whole thing.
So the whole, I mean, that is turnkey. Get in, don't have to do anything except go over it with a fine tooth or with a nice fine towel to clean it to wipe the dust off.
It'd make a nice show car.
So guys, I want to say thanks to Bob. I just met him this morning. That was just I happened to stop. Appreciate you in allowing us to come into your world. And if you guys are interested in the truck, the blue pickup truck, the Z28 convertible, or the 30s Chevy pickup truck, or that beautiful Oldsmobile over there, let me know.
Or the 1917 Model T.
The 1917 Model T pickup truck also. So if you're interested in any of these, let me know. I will give you his phone number. You can reach out to him. Would you rather phone number or an email address? Do you have an email address? Or would you just rather phone?
Just phone.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys...
It's a landline, so they can't say... it's a landline, so I can't.
So it's a landline. Can they leave a message?
They can leave a message.
So leave a message, like Bob said. Just leave a message. Like I said, you're gonna
text on it or not.
Yeah, it won't text. He won't. So basically, what you're gonna have to do is ask me, because I'm not gonna post his phone number for everybody in the world. He doesn't need a 500,000 phone calls.
Oh, I don't care. They can do it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll post it right there underneath the video then, and you guys can give a holler to him, and he'll be in touch with you guys. And like I said, the dog is not included in anything, so get that out of your mind. But yeah, this was a really awesome Saturday morning. So thanks, guys. Remember, if you like this kind of thing, please subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel, comment on the channel, hit the little bell if you want to know about more of these videos. And thanks, Bob, and hopefully somebody will be in touch.
Good deal.
April, should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.